What do you think about the red pill space now? It used to be like My Boys, RSD. You know, Owen's like a mentor of mine, big brother. It was like RSD. Maybe it was some Simple Pickup. Maybe Roosh was in that. But
Roosh, yeah, man. I remember Roosh.
Roosh was like my boy.
And back in the day, it was the website Return of Kings was his like.
Yeah.
I used to do guest posts on Return of Kings. That was where I got a lot of my initial blog traffic from. I don't think I ever told anyone that publicly.
Oh shit! Like,
Return of Kings. That was
me and Roosh were like friends. We used to hang out during that time.
I mean, I've messaged with him a lot, emailed him. I never hung out with him.
That was my.
He's a real OG.
That was actually my boy. So that was the initial, and then it went more like into Rolo. I feel like it evolved in Rolo rational male space, and now it's at it's Fresh and Fit,
it's like mainstream,
and a few other guys. Where do you think about where it's going, and what do you think about the state of it right now?
When you say red pill, it can mean a lot of things, but I mean like I guess it's like male self-improvement advice that's a little bit more like edgy and based more in like gender dynamics. And I think it's a double-edged sword. That's always been I think it's good for guys to be more aware of like, this is how shit actually works with girls, right? And this is like actually how they're programmed. And now it's almost a bit like counter to feminism in terms of, I don't know, fighting for like awareness of what's like how things really are. Yeah. So I think it's a good thing. I think the problem is you get a lot of bitter guys who use it as like a cope to like, well, I'm not even gonna waste my time with women because they're all just trying to fucking use me and cheat on me, and like they're all just like a bunch of sluts, and like it's not. So I think as long as you have like a good mindset, and maybe someone doesn't have a good mindset, they're screwed either way, right? But I think as long as you got like a good mindset, I don't know, your priorities like improve your life and the life of the people around you, then the red pill is like, it's a good reality to be aware of, and it is good to be aware of it. But if you're just like a loser, and then you see the red pill stuff, and then you take it as like, well, I shouldn't even try, because what's the point of trying anyway? Yeah, that's like the downside of it.
You know what I don't like about it? Like, I'm a fan of it, because I grew up with that shit, and Owen is like my big brother, right? And I'm super cool with Myron and Fresh. And like I was Myron's mentor, like when he was starting his business.
Yeah, I know.
And then he took that and leveraged it into the podcast. But there is a segment of that demographic, not necessarily Fresh and Fit or anyone. There's a segment that I feel like has a adversarial relationship with women. Right. Almost like the anger. You know what I'm saying? So like, for example, if I'm on Fresh and Fit and I give a compliment to one of the girls, oh, that was good. I like what you said there. Fucking simps. like you can't even be nice to a hoe. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know. I where do you think that comes from?
I mean, I think it comes from, there's been a lot of guys who've been like lonely, and it's not like when a girl's lonely, maybe society rallies behind her. There's a lot of lonely guys who feel just like losers, and like society doesn't care about them, and then they feel like they have like just some empowerment through this maybe. But then it can turn into like a bit of an echo chamber, I think, of like just who hates on women the most, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, just from what I know about life, you can't get the thing you hate, right? Like if somebody hates rich people and you're probably not gonna get rich. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, if you're the dude who genuinely hates women, then you probably just shouldn't, like, what's the point of like trying to level up and date? Like, it's like, the analogy I use, like, you're a guy who like hates pizza, and all you want to do is like hate on pizza, but then like you're structuring your whole life to eat pizza. What's the fucking point, man?
I think another part that's kind of dangerous, right? If you only focus on the bad things you see some women do, right? You see women do, right? Yeah. The bad things. If you only focus on that, then you're going to see more of it.
Of course.
Right? Like, it's like when you got your first car, you saw that car everywhere, right? Yeah. Same shit, right? Like
they say like the law of attraction, but it's just like whatever your like conscious attention is drawn to, you're going to notice more.
Yeah, it's not even, it could be the law of attraction. I don't know if that's bullshit or not. I don't know, right? But just on some basic psychology shit.
If I'm thinking I want to get a Porsche, I want my next car to be the Porsche Taycan. I want to be then every one I see out there, I'm gonna be like, oh man, they're everywhere now.
Yeah, your brain is called the reticular activation system. Part of your brain, so it's gonna notice this thing more. Yeah, and it's gonna. But here's where it gets fucked up. It will allow you. You won't see the other stuff. You won't see the stories like your girl. Yeah, right. Who was with you when you was down, broke. She was doing fucking better than you. It sounds like, right. You know what I'm saying? And she worked for you for free to build your business, held the camera while you was fucking picking up girls for the business, right? You won't even see that.
And maybe that's a minority, but that doesn't mean it's not.
That doesn't mean it's not there.
It doesn't mean it's not a reality.
And if you think, because
but anything better than average is not is a minority,
right? Yeah. And when you saw that car, you started seeing that car everywhere. It's not, you didn't attract that car. It was there all the time. You just didn't notice it because your attention wasn't on it. Yeah. Right. But now that your attention's on it, you see it everywhere.
Nah, if every girl that's dumb hoe is gonna cheat on me, then every example I see of that, it's like, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's another dumb hoe cheated on this guy. And then when you see a happily married person, you don't even notice it.
You won't even notice stories like like you told about your girl. You won't even notice.
Or you'll write it off to like, yeah, but she's gonna cheat on my bitch.
Yeah.
You don't even consider it. Yeah.
Or Hermose's wife, man, who stuck by him.
Yep.
He told her to leave because he was so broke.
That's what she's a great.
You know what I'm saying? Like you won't even see it. And I'm not saying it's a majority. I'm like, but if you are constantly focused on how negative women are, if that's your only focus, then that's all you're gonna see.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's all you're gonna see.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah. And you might even have a good girl. You might even meet a girl who's like good, but you're gonna be looking for her flaws. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're gonna be exactly. You're gonna be looking for like red flags that maybe don't exist.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of like you setting her up to fail, you setting yourself up to fail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you kind of robbing yourself of the chance of even finding something beautiful, right? And then it's like, what? Are you gonna not have kids now, or you're not gonna have a family ever because all bitches are hoes? Like, you know, it's like it's. I mean, there are a lot of bitches and hoes.
No, and it's good, and it's good to be aware also that that's a reality, and a lot of women operate in a certain way. But
you don't want to approach it with rose-colored glasses either, right? But it's like you don't have to have an adversarial relationship with half the population.
No, you can also just recognize I probably shouldn't date that girl, and then I stop talking to her. And that's all it is.
Right. We got to keep in the fact that it's like, it's good to give examples. You don't want to just focus on that. You also want to say, okay, what do I want? All right, I know I don't want the hoe. So I know I don't want this motherfucking bitch who done fucked 30 niggas this year, right? But what do I want? Focus on that. Like, I've always been kind of guy to focus on what I do want, you know, but it's good.
Of course.
You know?